Nationals in at least 7 Caribbean nations reported feeling the earth literally shake on Friday and Thursday. On Friday, July 17th, 2 tremors, 4.0 and 3.8 magnitude, were felt, and this followed 6 events over a 6-hour period the day before. The UWI seismic unit reported 6 earthquakes northeast of Barbados. According to the unit, the quakes occurred in the morning from 7 a.m. until the afternoon around 12:30 p.m. The earthquakes were reportedly felt throughout Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenada, St. Lucia, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana. The quakes' magnitudes ranged from 3.4 to 6.4 and depths from 61 kilometers to 111 kilometers. No damage or injuries were reported, and there was no threat of a major tsunami affecting the Eastern Caribbean. The Caribbean is an active seismic region, and the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center has warned of a major Caribbean earthquake, saying that it is a matter of when and not if. The United Nations is reporting major progress by the Caribbean in battling HIV/AIDS, with the region recording the biggest drop in new infections compared to all regions in the world. According to a report from the Joint UN Program on HIV/AIDS, UNAIDS, it is estimated that the number of people newly infected with HIV in the Caribbean in 2014 has been cut in half since 2000. The report stated that the number of people living with HIV in the Caribbean fell sharply in the first half of the past decade as new infections declined and substantial AIDS-related mortality persisted. The decrease in new infections was most pronounced in the 2000 to 2004 period, when they fell by almost 32%. Haiti accounted for roughly half of all the new HIV infections in 2014 in the Caribbean, with the Dominican Republic contributing the second largest number of new infections. The Water Resource Management Agency in St. Lucia has warned the public to maintain water conservation practices. This comes as the agency announces that despite recent rainfall, St. Lucia is still in the throes of a severe drought. Jade Brown has this report from HTS News Force.
Can you feel the heat? It is sweltering, and the brief intervals of light showers offer little respite. According to the Water Resource Management Agency, the drought persists. Acting Director of the agency, Terence Gillard, took to the shade of the nearby shrubbery to explain the bone-dry conditions. Sustainable Development Minister James Fletcher declared a water-related emergency on May 20th, 2015. The public is therefore advised to maintain conservation efforts.
Additionally, in the longer term, an intensifying El Nino, which normally causes a late start and early end of the wet season, particularly for the Southeast Caribbean, leading to potential drought concerns towards the next dry season. As a result, the nation is urged to continue its efforts in water conservation by taking shorter showers, turning off the tap while brushing teeth, promptly fixing leaks in plumbing infrastructure, and reporting leaks in Wasco's infrastructure, increasing rainwater harvesting.
Several carnival events, which include the use of water, were cancelled due to the ongoing ban on non-domestic use of water from streams and rivers.
Our stream flows have not improved considerably. If you look at our streams and rivers, as we reported, there is a decreasing flow rates. That's what our agency is observing. And obviously, this would have implications for the potable water supply and water for other uses. So the public is therefore urged to continue employing sensible water conservation measures.
The Caribbean Drought and Precipitation Monitoring Network indicated a drought warning for Western Belize, Dominica, and St. Lucia. The Flood and Drought Mitigation Committee is in charge of assessing the dry spell here. Officials say the committee will soon re-evaluate the situation and will keep the island abreast of the drought in St. Lucia. Jade Brown, HTS News Force.
Caribbean airline Liat's new services and non-stop routes for its summer schedule started on July 15th. Passengers will now enjoy a new daily service from Antigua to San Juan each evening, in addition to the existing morning service, which also operates daily via Dominica. Liat's LI 581 flight from Antigua to Barbados via Dominica is being upgraded to a daily service and will now depart Antigua in the early morning. The airline has also added 4 other non-stop flights between Barbados to St. Kitts 3 days a week, and between Barbados and St. Martin, Trinidad and Barbados, and Trinidad and Ogo, Guyana 4 days a week. And San Juan Beach Hotel in Puerto Rico has closed its doors. The 96-room property is located in the Condado district of San Juan. According to Caribbean Journal, the hotel is part of the portfolio of parent company San Juan Resort Owners, which filed for bankruptcy earlier this year. But there may be existing developers on the island interested in buying the property, according to Ingrid Rivera Rocafort, the executive director of the Puerto Rico Tourism Company. The hotel is the second to close in Condado in the last 3 months following the May closure of the Radisson Ambassador. The tourism company said 37 employees were affected by the closure. And coming up next on JTV News, the BVI is soon to be validated as one of the first countries in the Caribbean to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV. Premier Insurance offers shares to policyholders. And JTV's Hot Trends shows how men's fashion works for women.